Hi there, I'm Michael. How may I help you? I see. Could you be more specific? Certainly. There's a workstation right behind you. We can look at it there. All right.
Here is your iPod. It appears to be of either the 4th or 5th generation. When an iPod device experiences problems in powering on or in accessing its menus, Apple recommends a 5-step procedure to troubleshoot the device. Apple calls these steps the 5 R's. Reset, retry, restart, reinstall, restore. There is, however, one initial step which also begins with the letter R, recharge. So, let's go through the 6 R's one by one on your iPod. The first task in troubleshooting any iPod device is therefore to make sure your iPod is fully charged. That's good. We can then go on to the next step. Apple's 5 R's begin with a reset of the iPod device. There are 2 tasks to perform in this step. First, cycle the hold slide switch on top of the iPod on and off of the hold position. That is, so the orange dot is first exposed, then covered. Next, press and hold both the menu and the center select buttons for 6 to 10 seconds until the Apple logo appears. Certainly, go right ahead. Very likely. Let's go on to the next step. The next step in Apple's 5 R's is to reset the device. Do you remember the 2 tasks involved in resetting your iPod?
That's great. And you know, normally, with most any iPod problem you may experience with power up or opening menus, the first 3 R's are usually sufficient to solve the problem. However, if you experience any further difficulty, or if recharging, resetting, and retrying does not solve the problem, there are 3 remaining R's that Apple recommends to troubleshoot your iPod device. Let's take a close look at them now.
After recharging its battery, resetting the iPod device, and, if need be, retrying the reset tasks, the next step in Apple's troubleshooting procedure is to restart the computer with which your iPod device is connected. This step helps to verify that the iTunes software in your system can properly connect with your iPod device and synchronize its media contents, music, movies, audiobooks, podcasts, and so forth. If your iPod device cannot synchronize with iTunes, Apple recommends that you reinstall iTunes, making sure to download the latest version of iTunes for your computer's operating system from the Apple website. The last step in Apple's troubleshooting procedure is to restore the hard disk or flash memory in your iPod device to a normal, up-to-date condition. iTunes has a utility with which to accomplish this. Restoring an iPod device will, however, remove all of its stored multimedia content. The device would then need to be resynchronized with the host computer in order for it to play its media files.
Well, it only took 2 of the 6 R's to resolve the difficulty in your iPod device. Of course, it is always important to remember all the troubleshooting steps so we can do as much as possible on our own before we might have to consider having an iPod repaired or replaced. Do you have any further questions? You're welcome. Glad I was able to help.